York. I'm Tory Johnson in New York. We've been talking about overcoming obstacles to take your small home-based business to the next level. My next guest recognized that most professionals aren't very good at offering a clear, concise, and compelling introduction of who they are and what they seek in business conversation. Laura Allen is the co-founder of 15 Second Pitch, and she joins me to talk about building her dream. First, what goes into that 15-second pitch? What is that?
Okay, basically, there are 4 key steps to creating a great 15-second pitch. Step number 1, you simply tell the person who you are. And I call that the Johnny Cash step, because when Johnny Cash goes up to the microphone, he says, "Hello, I'm Johnny Cash." Of course, I don't do the accent so well. But that's the easy way to remember step number 1, who you are. Step number 2 is what you do for a living. So if you're a financial planner, you simply say you're a financial planner. If you're a country singer like Johnny Cash, you say you're a country singer. A lot of people have a tendency to go on in step number 2 when they can just say financial planner, holistic health counselor, something like that to make it very simple.
Right?
Step number 3 is where things get very interesting and you can really get creative in step number 3. Step number 3 is why you are the best at what you do, why you're the best at it. And if you're not comfortable saying that you're the best, you can think of it as why are you different from the competition. So that's step number 3. And finally, step number 4, which is one that most people miss, is the call to action. And that's what you want the person to do next. So maybe you want to invite them out to lunch, or you're looking for a 10-minute phone conversation. Maybe you want to send them a sample of chocolate biscotti. Whatever you want to do next is the call to action.
And that's got to be included in your 15-second pitch.
Yes.
So you started this business 5 years ago to help people to come up with that 15-second pitch and to be able to market themselves. Initially on business cards, which didn't go very well because other companies came on board and started offering free business cards.
Right.
So you shifted to be able to focus more on consulting, working one-on-one. And I know that this year you've made about $8,000, which is far from your goal, far from your dream. What is it that you think is preventing you from being at $80,000 or $800,000?
I'd say like a lot of entrepreneurs, I have so many ideas, so I get excited about something. I get excited about writing a book, and then I go full force in that direction for about 3 months, and then I realize, oh, I need to pay the rent, so I try to get more clients. Then I'll get excited about doing publicity for my company, so I'll go off on that direction. I really haven't had a clear direction, and I think that's a huge mistake that a lot of entrepreneurs make.
Sure. Also, we talked a little bit about the desire, and I think this is indicative of other women entrepreneurs too, to give something away for free, to devalue the expertise that you are offering, and as opposed to saying, sure, I'd be glad to help you and it's going to cost this, you say, sure, I'll be glad to help you, and you just start helping.
Yes. I gave away so much for free in the beginning just to prove the concept, because I wasn't really confident yet that it was a great idea and that people really needed it. So I ended up just working with people. I was very empathetic if they needed a job or if they needed more business. So I just ended up giving it away for years, and now look at the boat I'm in, $8,000, as you said.
But you have a plan to really ramp things up, and part of that plan involves shifting from focus on individuals to instead targeting your efforts towards large corporations or large groups of people where you can kind of get more bang for your buck, if you will. How are you doing that?
I started making a list. I took a regular sheet of notebook paper and started writing down companies that I thought would be interested in the 15-second pitch. So I'd rather go into a company and train 2,000 people than to go and train one-on-one. I think that makes a lot more sense for what I'm doing. So I'm starting to look at corporations, organizations, websites with millions of people instead of person to person.
Much more sense. And you've also established a time frame, a deadline, and some financial goals that you're really going to work toward. And you know that if you don't make those goals, you're going to go back and get a real job which you don't want to do, and you think that's going to keep you motivated as well.
Exactly. I wrote down a number and tacked it up on my desk, and I said if I don't make $50,000 by July 4th of 2008, I'm going to pack it up and go get a real job.
All right.
So,
well, I'm hoping that doesn't happen, that you meet that goal, you exceed that goal, and you can continue on the way. Laura Allen, a 15-second pitch, thank you very much for being here.
Thank you.
We want to hear your questions about home and work. For the weekly feature we call Talk to Tory. Today we have 2 questions. First up is Liz from Saratoga, New York.
Hi, Tory. I have a great idea